We have another NHL trade to discuss here today, this time between the Arizona Coyotes and the Colorado Avalanche. We'll get into all the details coming up next. Welcome back here to Top Shelf Hockey, and as I mentioned here, we have another NHL trade to discuss here today. It looks like we're in full swing into the trading season as we get ready to approach NHL free agency. This trade between the Colorado Avalanche and the Arizona Coyotes sends forward Carl Soderberg from Colorado over to the Coyotes in exchange for defenseman Kevin Connaughton and a 2020 third-round selection. Now, Carl Soderberg is a pretty decent forward. In my opinion, he's a prototypical number 3 center iceman for most teams, depending on where he would play. He started with the Bruins, signed a big 5-year contract as a free agent with the Avalanche 4 years ago, so he's in his final year of that deal. He's 33, soon to be 34 when the season gets underway here, so it's a pretty short-term risk for the Coyotes, but this move does put them awfully close to the salary cap. This is kind of unusual for the Coyotes to be so close to the cap ceiling. This is going to only leave them with $2.9 million in salary cap space. Seeing that Soderberg makes $4.75 million, and of course Connaughton going out makes significantly less, only making $1.375. So it's a fairly big increase in cap space for the Coyotes. But we've been saying here all along that they needed to make some improvements to their forward group. They could use some help down the middle. They need some help with scoring, and obviously Soderberg should hopefully be able to do that. Last year he put up 23 goals and 49 points. He's hit 49, 50 points on other occasions as well. When he first came to Colorado, he put up, I believe it was a 51-point season. Did struggle a little bit in year 2, but then bounced back and has slowly been progressing and improving ever since. But then again, you could say the same thing about the team as well. So obviously he's been playing with some different players, and that certainly helped his case here as well. But Soderberg's a veteran forward, could probably help out here with the Coyotes. In return, the Avalanche get themselves another depth defenseman here with Kevin Connaughton. He's 29 years old. He's in a final year of his contract as well. Like I said, he's making $1.375 million. It's going to be interesting to see how the Avalanche now organize the rest of their blue line for the regular season. There's been a lot of talk that we might see Tyson Barrie be traded, which is yet to happen. Obviously, they have plenty of other younger defensemen looking to jump into their lineup here. I think this move probably signals that unrestricted free agent defenseman Patrick Nemeth likely does not come back. I mean, besides Tyson Barrie, they still have Eric Johnson. They have Cale Makar. They got Ian Cole. They got Samuel Girard. You get Nikita Zadorov as well. You get Connor Timmins. Hopefully he'll be able to play this year. And now they have Connaughton. So that certainly puts them in more defensemen than they technically need here. But at the same time, it's nice to have lots of depth. And I know the Avalanche don't want to rush too many of their young defensemen and want to kind of ease them in slowly so they have a good mix of younger defensemen with veteran defensemen. So overall, this is certainly freeing up salary cap space for the Avalanche, which they don't really need. They have over $38.9 million in space available, but they do have a lot of contracts that need to be looked after. They have a lot of players between their UFAs and RFAs that they need to consider re-signing, so they have a lot of spots on their roster here left to fill out. Obviously, the big one's going to be Mikko Rantanen, likely going to be around $9.5 million, somewhere in that range would be my guess, where he ends up getting a new deal. There hasn't been a lot of talk on Rantanen's contract here as of yet, so I guess we'll see where that goes, but either way, they're going to certainly have a lot less space once they get some of those other contracts done, but salary cap space is not something that they needed. However, it was reported that they were talking to free agent forward Artemi Panarin as well, so I mean, obviously they might be trying to kind of clear the deck here a little bit just to make sure they have a maximum amount of space to go after some free agents, but I know the Avalanche are a team, like I said, in the offseason plan video to keep your eye on when it comes to either UFAs or even offer sheeting and potential other RFA on other teams, because they have so much space and they certainly need more secondary scoring. They rely so much on the top 3 guys in their forward group that if they can really boost that forward group and get some more scoring there, they really could be a much more of a contending team to go deeper into the playoffs. Now in Arizona's case as well, being so tight to the salary cap as well, keep in mind they also have the Marian Hossa contract, which still has this year and one more on it as well. So they very well could put that on LTIR or potentially look to move the contract if need be to free up some more salary cap space here. But as of right now, they have just a little bit shy of $3 million, and they certainly have some other contracts to fill out as well. But they don't have anything real significant on their team when it comes to their RFAs or UFAs. Most players that are important to the team are under contract for at least this year or beyond. So I guess we will see what happens in Arizona, but I do think that there'll be some more moves on the blue line in Colorado and some potential more juggling here in the forward group. So for the Avalanche, who already need secondary scoring, and they move out one of their players who was pretty decent at providing a 20-plus goal season, certainly leads me to think that there might be some more moves coming there as well. So of course, as always, want to hear your thoughts and opinions on the trade in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Who wins the trade here? Normally we say the team that receives the better player wins the deal. I do think Soderberg's the best player in this trade. Obviously, he's the most experienced. Has been a pretty reliable forward for most of his career. So probably fair to say that Arizona wins that way. But at the same time, this deal gives Colorado even more flexibility here and another pick for the future. So I guess let me know what you think, and we'll continue the conversation in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, I hope you consider subscribing. We cover all 31 NHL teams, and we'll keep you up to date here with all the breaking news. There should be lots of NHL trades, free agent signings, and more coming up here in the next little while as we approach free agency on July the 1st. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.